Is your mind so loud that you can barely hear your heart? Is the noise of the world, the thoughts in your head, the decisions you need to make, the worries you have, just feeling so overwhelming and you can't find your balance, your sense of pace? You start second guessing. This is for women who feel disconnected with themselves. This is for women who are not trusting their decisions, that they're starting to feel that they don't have the confidence that maybe they used to have, and that the overwhelm of the demands of everyday life just become chaotic and heavy, and we feel lost on our path that maybe at some point we had a sense of. So this video is for you, the one that feels disconnected, that says I'm fine when I'm not so fine. All is good when not really on the inside. Not wanting to share that, not wanting to feel like a burden and feel shameful, that then you feel bad, that you haven't been able to share. And so it's just safer to be quiet. And as that time goes on, we kind of continue down a path to a point where we kind of lose our sense of self. A self-awareness is not a self-criticism. It's just the steps toward becoming aware that something doesn't feel in alignment with you anymore, that something is missing, that I'm lost, maybe a little bit alone. I see you. I have felt like that. And that under the noise, there is your heart actually speaking the words of wisdom, the feelings of wisdom that you still have within you, that haven't gone anywhere, that haven't left you, that's always been a part of you. But we have a tendency to seek and search outside of ourselves for what really is all the answers right here, quietly here. And so I want to speak to that part of you for the few minutes that we have together. I want to thank you for being here and for showing up, listening to my heart. Sometimes the noise of the mind is protecting you from the deeper inner feelings. Many times we feel afraid to go a little deeper because we don't know what we're going to open up once we do. And then what happens is we just keep ourselves a little more closed off, a little distant from it, because that feels safer. The truth of the matter is, the further and more often you do that, the less safe you actually do feel, and the more disconnected we feel within ourselves. I know that when I was in the throes of my Lyme disease, when I was very sick in the beginning, I was afraid to tell people how I really was feeling because I didn't want to add more burden or worry onto others. And so I kept it quiet, or I pretended like it was okay, that I was okay, and that wasn't the case. And by doing that, over time, I started to feel lower and lower and more hopeless. Until one day, I had to stop genuinely and surrender the pain and the feeling and the hopelessness. And I did that through putting my hands on my heart and breathing and asking myself, what do I hear under all this noise, under the fear, under the anxiety, under the worry? What message do I need to listen to? What's the next kind, right step that I could take for myself? And I kept doing that. And so I encourage you to try to slow it down just a little so that you can do a little more hearing here and not so much hearing here. This can help you make the decisions, the next step in the decision, once we've connected here first. And it's safer for us to do that. It's not easy. It's challenging. It is possible to find a way through and feel better. And you might be saying, this is just everyday life things. There's no reason why I can't handle it, and there's no reason why I shouldn't feel happy, and there's no reason why I shouldn't feel good. But the truth of the matter is, you're sensitive, and you feel. We all are, all at different levels, but we feel. We need to own our truth and how we feel. Start believing in our inner sense. Start to listen to our direction, not mine, not the next person you want to follow, not this person's idea or those opinions. They're all helpful maybe to some degree. Ultimately, I'm here to share with you. You have it. You have the answers. You have the feelings. You just need to learn to listen and be present. Become self-aware, not self-criticizing. Become self-compassionate, not so hard on yourself because you're finding things difficult. I'm here to send you some hope, a heartfelt tool for you to stop for a moment and think. That's why I created Hopeheartslove, my online sanctuary of pieces of art, meditation, of coaching, to send that message back to you, to give you back to you through reminders, through personalized custom coaching, personalized art, all tokens to remind you that you have all the answers, that you have things that you need already here. So if this speaks to you in any way, hit the subscribe button. You can visit me over at hopeheartslove.com. I send out a weekly love letter for people. So I share my journey with you through all that I had learned. And maybe if it helps one person, my heart is full. So I thank you for being here, and I look forward to seeing you next Saturday.